Hi, this is Judge Herb Dodell. And one of the things that I try to do is respond to listeners who have questions. And I got a very interesting inquiry this week from a man in Northern California who talked to me about the fact that there was a temporary restraining order against him which was unjustified. He claimed the judge never read anything, which is not really possible. But some judges, when I was sitting in restraining order court, were far more liberal than I was. To get a temporary restraining order for me to sign, you had to prove there was real basis for it, because the ramifications, as you may have heard from prior shows, is significant. It'll affect your ability to get a job, security clearances, a variety of other things. And he was complaining about the fact that he can't get it off his record. And as you probably have heard before, and if you read it, I have a whole chapter in my book, which is called From the Trench to the Bench, available on Amazon. These are done what they call ex parte, meaning paperwork is submitted to the judge. We don't even come out of chambers. We read them in the chambers, decide whether there's sufficient basis to issue it, and we do. It becomes part of your permanent record no matter what happens with your case. If the petitioner, and that's the person seeking the restraining order, doesn't show up, or they come and it's denied, it doesn't come off. It's still there forever. And so he wanted to know what could be done about it. Well, if you want to be imaginative, and I'm not giving any legal advice, somebody should take it on by filing a petition to get something taken off of a record. It'll be denied, and then take it up through the appellate process, claiming a lack of due process. Since you never had a right to contest the temporary restraining order because you didn't even know about it, you could argue certainly that there's a lack of due process and that there needs to be some mechanism in the system by legislation to allow for the expungement, which means the taking out of any negative information unless the restraining order was granted. And I just think you should know that I sat in restraining order court for about 6 years. I've heard hundreds of restraining order cases. I granted about 5%. Others grant a lot more. It really is a balancing act, as I described before. If you want to know more about it, we did a show. You can you can hear it actually by going to my website, which is judgeherbdodell.us, under radio shows, and each show is indexed so you know exactly what the subject matter is. Just go to restraining orders and you'll find out all you probably need to know. And if you want to tilt the windmills as Don Quixote, well, maybe it's not so frivolous. Take it on. Somebody should do it. It's basically unfair.